Hey folks, so I was kind of excited when this came out and I saw it in the magazine because of how I climb. So a lot of folks like me, you might enter the tree SRS and then switch over to an MRS setup. And so traditionally, when I'm up in that point where I want to set my canopy anchor, I will set a small pulley or block and work the tree because I want as little friction as possible, especially because I'm old. I don't want to work any harder than I have to. So that's what's really cool about this. There's a few things I want to point out about it. So you ascend up into the canopy to your canopy anchor or to your crotch if you did a basal anchor with your stationary rope, and then set this in the crotch or around your limb structure of some kind. So a few things right off the bat. We got the block pulley. This is where your rope's going to go. And what's kind of cool is that when you set this, you have this piece here that is going to be an adjustment for choking off your limb. And then because of its design, which I'll get into in just a second, it's retrievable from the ground, and that's the win. Whereas if you're like me and you're doing it kind of old school where you're setting a mini block or something, you got to go back to that point. That's what I like about this, is that I don't have to do that. So this is adjustable. This goes through here and then clips in on here. And then this is fully adjustable depending on the crotch or the limb or whatever. And then that'll work. You could also set this in a basket Y configuration between two smaller limbs. Maybe if you're up really high and you want to share that load. And then your rope is just moving on this pulley. The nub of the throw ball undoes this latch through this catching mechanism here, and that's what's flipping this open and releasing this, and that's what gets it out of the tree. So I think that's pretty slick, and it'd be second nature after probably climbing a couple times. A couple other things that I'll point out about this that I like. Here in the Midwest, you're climbing a lot of trees, whether it be a black cherry or certain maples where you have a lot of V crotches, included bark crotches, things like that, where it's really easy to get things stuck. And so one of the things that I really like about the attention to detail with the engineering behind this is even how they've done that sewn splicing. It's like the front of a keel of a ship. There's nothing in here, even though this is pretty thin still, there's nothing to grab, whereas the opposite way, it could grab, and that's the direction that you're pulling. I could see myself incorporating this into my kit. If I'm going to do moving rope system, I want to climb on a pulley. Number two, the fact that I can retrieve this from the ground is huge. Well done, Petzl.